Cool. All right. All right. So without further ado, who wants to go? Who wants to go first?
I want to go last.
All right. Who's going first? Let's have Duddy go first, since he's the only one that made noise.
How did I make noise?
Or,
My
sorry,
stuff was
not Duddy.
muted.
It was your mouth breathing.
I am Branson. I am a human cleric of Bahamut. As a young boy in the village of Kakarot, Branson was well-liked and athletic, if not a very bright boy. One day, a wandering priest of Bahamut came to his village spreading the good deeds of Bahamut. He was so entranced by his words that he wanted to know everything he could. As the priest left town, he gave a small token to Branson and told him when he becomes of age to find a temple and pledge his services if he still felt the same. His piety never wavered, and at 18 he joined the temple as a cleric.
So we got Branson the cleric. Who's going next?
Okay. Lucas Elsdragon is the bastard son of the highborn Earl Elsdragon. His family had been involved in a centuries-long blood feud against a powerful family of pure-blood elven racists, the Bagdasarian clan, who had strong influence in the local town. His father fell in love with Eowyn, the youngest daughter of Randolph Bagdasarian in this powerful family, after his wife had died of unknown causes. The young Eowyn became pregnant, and when she bore Lucas, her father banished them both from his home after realizing that Lucas was half human. When Lucas's father started speaking out publicly of the racism of Eowyn's father, things started coming to a head. The townspeople were beginning to realize the evil ways of Randolph Bagdasarian, and his influence began to wane. One night, when Lucas was 16, in a bold attempt to silence him, Eowyn's father sent a small group of his private guard to assassinate Lucas's father. His father was ready for them and fought back, killing 2 of the men. They retreated, but barricaded the family estate from the outside and set it on fire. Lucas's father helped him escape by climbing out through the chimney, but he was the only one small enough to fit. He scaled down the walls from the roof and escaped into the forest after being discovered by a young wizard that was working for the Bagdasarian clan, who helped him escape. But when he reached the tree line, he turned and he watched his home burn, with the screams of his family sounding off in the distance. He's been wandering ever since, just trying to stay alive.
And the reward for the best character background. Well, we're not done yet. I can't give out the reward yet. Gylndorin.
So, Gylndorin, he is a half-elf. His deity is Pelor. His alignment's good. Gylndorin is from a far distant land of Edelbrock. There his father is king of the realm of men. His father fell in love with an elf named Lenora, and he was soon born. Lenora is a wood elf from the realm of Lanolake, where her kin rules. Gylndorin, son of Glyndorn, prince of Edelbrock, seeks adventure and fortune in his father's name. He is the slayer of evil and the doer of good. He seeks to bring justice to the corrupted and follow in his father's footsteps and become a great well-liked king.
Alright, so Varis is a half-elf cleric. He is the cleric and the vessel of Cord, who is the god of the storm god and the lord of battle. Varis was born in the small militaristic town of Selence. Varis was born with a symbol of Cord embedded into his arm. His parents dismissed the symbol as a simple birthmark. One day, when he was about 6, his brothers began to tease him and play, and while they were playing, they began to fight. Playful insults leaving their mouths, Varys quickly overpowered them. His mark glowed faintly in his display of dominance and power, and they took him to the temple. His parents saw this, and they took him to the temple of Cord, and they told the priest at the temple told his family that Cord had chosen Varys as his mortal vessel. After learning of his godly beginnings, his body, Varys' body began to grow at a faster rate than other children, and by the time he was 9, he was already taller than and more well built than some 13-year-olds. When he was 20 years old, he volunteered to go to war. He was volunteered by his father to go to war. You need to become a man. Men go to war. Varys, however, did not want to go to war. All of his childhood, in all of his childhood, he heard legends of fabled adventurers gaining glory and fame. Seduced by the promises of fame and fortune, he snuck away from his military camp in the night, heading to the nearest major town, which would be where we met up, Palmera.
And last but definitely not least, we have Griswold.
I'm Griswald, a creature with a mysterious and hidden past. A transgender half-elf wizard from the coastal town of Tambali. I've wandered lands far in search for equality and magic.
Yes, and you can clearly tell he's transgender by his beautiful portrait. The striking young half-elf portrait. I tell you what I'm going to do. Let's see, in like a week or two, I'll let people comment on the video, see if we get any comments on who has the best background. I'll give 100 XP.
Very nice.
So we got Gylndorin, the half-elf
That's got a good one.
half-elf ranger, Branson, the human cleric. You're human, right? Human? Yeah. Branson's human, right? Did we lose Branson?
No, here I had my mic muted
Okay.
because y'all are
Thank God for
buttholes.
that.
Is your last name Charles?
No.
You're
Branson
human, right,
Charles.
Branson?
Yes.
And then we got Lucas, the half-elf fighter, Varis, the half-elf cleric, and Griswold, the half-elf wizard. You're a wizard, correct?
We have like 3 half elves.
Yes.
Griswold's new. Well, actually, everybody's pretty much new, so bear with us. So I guess let's get on to where we left off last time. Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
I believe someone had cut off Gylndorin's tail.
So, last time we were playing, we were still in the Falmere Forest. Actually, I still the battle scene's still kind of set up over here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull everyone over here. So last time we had Varis, Griswold, and Gylndorin, and Lucas as well. But these are all the old token pieces that we used last time, so I'm just going to get rid of them. And you guys were traveling on your way to the town of Rotherham Keep. Or Rotherham, sorry. The town of Rotherham, where you were investigating kobold attacks that you heard about from the Adventuring Guild, which is ran by... who's that ran? That's ran by Count Rainyard. He's got a weird name. Rainyard Jan. Count Rainyard Jan. Count Jan from the Lions Mana. So he sent you guys to Rotherham Village to investigate the kobolds before the Falmero militia made their way over there to investigate it first, which I do believe. What? You guys talked to a guard, I think, by the slums.
In the tower.
Yeah.
He told me where the Mage Guild was, and then I very creepily came over there, just like, hey, what's up? And then they told me I wasn't allowed in. I was just like, but dude told me I was allowed in, and they're like, no, he didn't, and I just walked away.
Yeah, I think you rolled a bluff, didn't you, and rolled a 1?
Yep,
Or something.
so
He made
bad.
his hammer glow too.
Just walked away.
Yeah, I made my sword glow to prove to them that I'm a wizard, even though I'm not.
Wait, you're a cleric that uses a bladed weapon?
Yeah,
Right on.
I'm a cleric that uses a bladed weapon because
He's
my
a cleric of
sword uses blades. So
Yeah.
Clerics of chords are pretty much badass
Yeah.
because it's chord.
Oh,
So
I know.
Oh, yeah, you worship Cord too. So, anyways, yeah, you guys talked to the guard, and the guard said that the militia were the Duke of Falmer was going to send militia on this very same week. So you guys are trying to beat the militia there so that you can kill said kobolds and collect the glory and rewards for yourself. So, on your way, you guys are traveling to the village right now, and you guys were sleeping for the night, still in the forest, and I think Griswald was on Griswald's shift where 7 of these sneaky kobolds managed to ambush you guys while he was on watch.
It was
was a-
Griswold's fault. It was
It was
his
a
fault.
trap. It was a trap.
Nice
It's a
watch,
trap.
Griswold.
But at any rate, you guys ended up slaying them all. Without first, I think Gylndorin was pretty wary at first. I think he thought that you guys were all we're all doomed when you seen how many there were at first.
Then I chopped one of his head off, scissored his head right off, both my blades.
Scissoring timbers.
You scissored him.
They're all
Yeah.
dead, and it's morning time, and you guys all took. I do believe you guys figured out how to take all of their hide armor, all of their light shields, and all of their javelins. I hope you guys still remember what weight you guys are at.
I'm at 39 pounds.
What weight class you guys are at. You guys are like loaded with all this hide armor and stuff.
Yep.
So,
I just think it's so funny that we're gonna be like, we're gonna walk into town and be like, hey, you want like 30 pieces of hide armor? Like, no.
at any rate, none of you guys had anything to sleep on, so you all slept on the floor,
On the ground, yeah.
on the ground, and I
I
do
made
believe
myself a killer tent, like a lean-to.
he made a lean-to. So you guys all took endurance checks for sleeping on the forest floor, and I think Lucas, yeah, you lost a. You're the only one that lost a healing surge, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and update that now. Lucas, attributes. You have 12 healing surges, which is not even making a dent in your 13.
Nope.
But yeah. So at any rate, I'm gonna go ahead and throw your tokens on the screen just for shits and giggles, even though it's just a travel screen. But for future references, you guys can set up your marching order when you guys are traveling. So you can set up roughly how you guys are traveling, like in a line. Like let's say north is going forward. I'll make like a line for you guys to set
I
yourself
should
up.
be in the front.
I should be in the
Varis
back.
should be on the left. Gylndorin should be on the. Varis, you want to be in front?
Where's Varis?
Varis.
If you guys want.
I mean, I'm the tank, but
Who was it that I took, like, that has, like, the, like, amazing major skill or whatever?
That was Griswold.
Griswold? Well, I don't trust Griswold in the front. Wait. Because he's a pedophile. I don't trust him.
That's cute. That's
it should go like this.
Transgender sit on the back of the bus.
So why is Branson in the back?
It should go like this.
I was told to go to the back.
Griswold,
Oh, thank you.
Varis here, Gylndorin there, and Branson in the back is how you should guard Griswold's other flank.
Griswold's got a
He has his own like mini caravan.
he's got an entourage.
He's a wizard, man. High
We're
damage,
really
low
just-
HP.
We tell him that we're guarding him because he's a wizard, when in reality we just don't want him to like sneak off into the wood, touch little kids.
That's good.
All right,
Let us travel.
let you travel. You guys are on a small path that has not traveled much to the village of Rotherham. It is a small village. So yeah. So you guys got like a half a day's travel still. So what are you guys doing?
Lead the way, Lucas.
We're traveling.
All right. Well, I'm going to again assume that Griswold is telling us where we should go. So I'm going to assist him in a nature check.